two plaintiffs in the case were Narayanan and George Fernandez, who were both professors at the University of Nevada, Reno, and both worked in the Department of Resource Economics. Narayanan's national origin was India. He was hired at the university in 1984 as an assistant professor and was awarded tenure in 1990. In 2000, he was appointed to the position of Associate Dean of Outreach for the College of Agriculture, Biotechnology, and Natural Resources. Fernandez's national origin was Sri Lanka. He was hired in 1988 as an assistant professor and awarded tenure in 1994. In 2002, he was appointed to the position of statistician in the Nevada Agriculture Experimental Station in the College of Agriculture, Biotechnology, and Natural Resources, where he was later promoted to professor. In 2010, Nevada legislature ordered $11 million of budget cuts to the University of Nevada, Reno. In May 2010, the Board of Regents proposed to close two departments, one of which was the Department of Resource Economics. The board stated that the department had continuously low enrollment and low output of graduates. That month, Fernandez was reassigned to a tenured administrative position in the Nevada Agriculture Experimental Station. On June 4, 2010, the closure of the Department of Resource Economics was approved. Narayanan was notified that he was being reassigned to a faculty position in the Department of Resource Economics 3 days later. On June 30, 2010, Narayanan and Fernandez were both terminated by the Board of Regents. The stated reason for termination was that the Department of Resource Economics was being shut down.
We're here today with Professor Narayanan and Professor Fernandez talking about their case versus the Nevada System of Higher Education on behalf of the University of Nevada, Reno, and Mark Johnson.
Yeah, you guys can go.
So we're here with Professor Narayanan, and he's going to tell us his story on what happened. Professor Narayanan, how long have you worked for the University of Nevada?
I've worked there since the 1980s, and I got tenured in the 1990s, and I've been there since 2010.
And you used to work for the Department of Agriculture?
Yeah, I was the associate dean before being reassigned in 2010 due to budget cuts, and I went from being in an administrative position to being a faculty.
And where were you reassigned to?
To resource economics.
And what happened after that?
Well, resource economics was not doing so well, and the College of Business, they supposedly had to make some cuts, and it was just weird that they assigned me to this department, and all of a sudden they had to cut that department, so I was fired. And that the reason was, oh, we don't have enough money to fund your department. But at the time, I tried to get reassigned multiple times, and the Board of Regents never heard my case.
So what do you believe happened? Why do you think you got fired?
Well, if you just look at the facts of the case, you'll see that there was 3 people that were fired, and all of them were not of U.S. origin. That would be, we were not originally from the U.S., and there was 2 other faculty members who weren't from the U.S., and they were both kept on the faculty.
Okay. And we're going to talk with your colleague, George Fernandez, and see what his side of the story was.
Okay.
Shout out to the bitches I own down the set.
Hey, what's up, Mom?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good, just, hanging out the wall last night and everything like that. So,
Sweet.
how's everything going? Agriculture and everything?
Just, checking some stuff out, checking some students, seeing as long as they're doing all their work, just making sure everything's going good.
That's good. I mean, hey, they just hit me with something the other day. We gotta do some cuts in the agricultural department, and I need you to move to economics. Yeah, I need you to do that, tomorrow. So,
What kind of cuts? What do you mean?
we just gotta, cut some people up, make it smaller, and we think you would fit great, I mean, come on, man, I know. You'll do good in the economics department, I mean.
I don't know about that,
Come on, it's okay. I'm on, a little stretch here, I'm trying to be president right now.
Do I have to do it?
Yeah, you have to do it, yeah.
Damn.
I mean, but it's okay, though,
Well,
so, I'm gonna let you get back to, your work, but yeah, let me know, hit me up, see you later.
Alright. What's up, Mark? You sent me a text? Wanted to see me?
Yeah, sit down over there, please.
Alright.
Okay. So, unfortunately, we had to make some more cuts
Okay.
within the two departments.
So you're reassigning me again?
Not exactly. We're not reassigning you. We're actually letting you go.
What do you mean? You can't let me go. I'm tenured.
Today is your last day.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
We have to. Like your contract, I know it says a 10-year, but
Is it just me?
we're having some more cuts, so
But is it just me? Are you firing just me?
it's not just you. But you are one of the chosen who was decided upon to be cut, so
You can't reassign me to anything else right now?
fortunately we can't, so.
That's bullshit, Mark.
So we're now here meeting with Professor Fernandez, who was Professor Narayan's colleague, to hear his side of the story. Professor Fernandez, so how long have you worked for the university?
My colleague and I were both hired around the 80s, and we were both tenured in the 90s, and we've been here since.
And you were also started in the Department of Agriculture?
Yes, that's correct. I was a statistician.
Okay, and then where did you transfer to?
We were both reassigned to the economics department.
And I heard that you were fired due to cuts, but you guys feel something different. Why do you feel that you were fired?
They claimed it was cuts, but when you do the research, you see that there are no statistical facts that can back this up. Me being a statistician, I can see that they had no rights to do this, and so personally, I feel like I was wrongfully terminated due to my age.
All right. Were there other people kept on in the department that were younger than you?
Yes, I was the oldest in the department, and I feel that with my age comes more experience, and so I feel the people they should have let go, rather than me, were not. They were kept on. Come in. President Johnson, how's it going?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
What brings you to my office today?
Just checking up on you and just want to, relaying some information that we have in the department today. So we're doing some cuts and some reassigning, and we still want to keep you on, and we were wondering if you'd be willing to go to the economics department.
I mean, I can't necessarily agree with that decision, but I first of all would like to see some information to see if we can make cuts elsewhere. So could you do that? Could you provide this kind of information, or?
We can email you your reassignment as of right now, but that's where you're going to be going to permanently.
So this is final regardless if we can find solutions?
Yes, this is permanent. So my assistant will be emailing you today, your new room change, classroom change, schedule, everything, so.
All right.
All right, well, you have a good day.
You too. Your assistant said you wanted to see me, Mr. President?
Yes, please have a seat.
What's up? How's it going?
It's going. So the department, we just had some recent cuts added on to the already, cuts that we did have. We know we switched you over to the economics department. Unfortunately, we have to let you go. Your term here at the university has ended.
What are the terms of this now? What's the next decision? I know you say cuts, but is there more to this? Is my age?
You've just been cut. It's been other considerations that I've been taking upon what we have done recently, and you're not the only one who's been cut from the economics department, so we have to let you go. I'm sorry.
You'll be hearing from a lawyer.
Within the two departments that were shut down, there was a total of 23 faculty members who held tenure, 5 of them being administrators. 8 of these 23 faculty members were not of United States national origin. All 8 of these faculty members were terminated by the Board of Regents, while only 5 of the 15 faculty members whose national origin was the United States were terminated. Of the 5 administrators, 3 were not of United States national origin. All 3 of these administrators were terminated. The other 2 administrators, whose national origin was the United States, were kept on by the board. In the Center for Research Design and Analysis, the associate director, who was 10 years younger than Fernandez and had been at the university for only 4 years, was not terminated by the board. Narayanan, after filing requests with no response from the university, filed a discrimination charge against the university alleging national origin discrimination. Fernandez filed a discrimination charge against the university alleging age and national origin discrimination.
President Mark Johnson, can you give us any information about the case brought against you and the university?
Oh, I can't talk about that, sorry.
Are you sure not even about the discrimination claims or the age discrimination claims?
No comment.
The plaintiff's suit was filed on October 14, 2011, with an amended complaint filed the next month alleging national origin discrimination, age discrimination, violation of procedural due process rights, violation of substantive due process rights, and breach of contract. After reviewing the case on both sides, I now order that the defendant, Mark Johnson's motion for dismiss be granted. The court stated that the closure of the department and the termination of plaintiffs were separate decisions. Johnson issued the request to close the Department of Resource Economics, and the board approved it. However, Johnson was not the one to make the decision to terminate Narayanan and Fernandez. That decision came from the Board of Regents. They also stated that Johnson's department closure recommendation would not have necessarily resulted in plaintiffs' termination, since the board made the decision to terminate the plaintiffs.